In this video, you'll learn how to use labels in Microsoft Planner so you can organize your tasks more clearly and make your boards much easier to read. Let's start with what labels actually are in Planner. Labels are little colored tags that you can attach to tasks to show things like priority, department, status, or any category that makes sense for your team. One important thing to understand right away is that labels are plan specific. That means when you rename a label in one task, that new name is applied across the entire plan. So if you turn the red label into high priority, every red label in that plan will now be called high priority. This is helpful for consistency, but it also means you should choose your label names thoughtfully. To add a label to a task, first open the task card where you want to apply it. Inside the task, look for the label area and select it. You'll see a list of available colors. Click the color you want to use, and that label is now attached to your task. Think of the color as the slot that you can later rename to something meaningful, like client work or blocked. To rename a label so it's easier to understand, simply click on the label color itself. A text field will appear where you can type a custom name. For example, you could change a label from just pink to something like urgent review. Once you've typed your new name, press enter. From that point on, everywhere that color label appears in this plan, it will display with the new name you just set. This is a great way to standardize how your team uses labels. You're not limited to only one label per task. If a task belongs to multiple categories, you can select several label colors on the same task card. For example, a single task could be both internal and design, or high priority and finance. Just click each color you need, and all those labels will appear on that one task. This makes it much easier to slice your work in different ways later. Once your labels are set up, you can use them to control how you see your tasks. In the board view, go to the top right and look for the group by option. By default, your board is usually grouped by buckets, but you can change that. Click group by and select labels. When you do this, your columns will switch from buckets to your custom label categories. Now you'll see all the tasks with the same label grouped together, which is perfect for reviewing workloads by team priority or type of work. You can also filter your board using labels. Click the filters button, then choose the labels you want to focus on. Planner will hide everything else and only show tasks that match the labels you selected. This is especially useful if you just want to see high priority tasks or maybe only tasks related to IT or marketing without changing your overall board structure. There are a couple of limits and visual details to be aware of. Each plan can have up to 25 labels. That's a big improvement from the original 6, but it's still a hard limit. Because of that, try to use labels for broad categories rather than super specific one-off tags. Finally, labels show up as small colored bars on each task card in the board view. If you want the label text to be visible on a card, click the label on that task to expand it so the name appears, not just the color.